Good evening and welcome back to the Nexus gaming series. I am your caster Bahamut. On the left hand side we got the members of the Baddest Dudes, and on the right is going to be Clouded Minds. This is a Division D West matchup. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you for sticking around, and yes, Skitmo, he's the best boy. He's the best relaxing chill pup ever. You have the best music between games? Thank you, thank you. It's actually a lot of the Smash music. You know, I'm sure you're sitting at home and you're seeing this draft unfold, and you're just like, Alterac Pass, wait, we just went through 3 maps. Why are we here? I got you. Don't worry. It's okay. The home team this evening is going to be the Baddest Dudes. They lost the coin flip. Clouded Minds opted for first pick priority. Battlefield and Braxis Holdout were banned up by the members of the Baddest Dudes. Cursed Hollow and Volskaya were banned up by the members of Clouded Minds. And Alterac Pass is going to be our game number 1. Chosen by the members of the Baddest Dudes. Let's get back into our draft and see how this will unfold. Now, 2D did send me some messages earlier with some stats, and I wanted to read those to you really quickly. This is very, very important. Most of, if not all, Baddest Dudes have been bronze not longer than a year ago. It's good to know. Supposedly, one of the players is over 60 years old. They haven't been able to prove that one yet. One of the players has a high win rate with TLV. One of the members spends 5 hours prepping and analyzing a team. Zego runs WoW raids with his entire real family. That's just that's the best. And counting Heroes Lounge and NGS, this will be their 3rd season together in a row. So thank you for those. There's also some other stats right there for who's going to be winning what, but we'll cover those when we get into the next game. We actually have a draft unfolding, and let's actually hit that. I also want to quickly just shout out to Moist Venus. Thank you so much for those 69 bits earlier, my friend. I very much appreciate the support. Kira will be picked up on the side of the Baddest Dudes. We also see a Stukov and a Kael'thas being banned out. Joe wanted to be picked up with her as well. Sylvanas and Nubrak will be banned up by the members of the Baddest Dudes, so they don't want to deal with that dive and that lane pressure, as well as Sylvanas being able to buff out those camps in the lane. The Shaman camps, or not the Shaman camps, the Null camp with the Mercenary Queen is really, really strong. Tetcher, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome everyone from Tetcher's stream. We are currently getting into our game number 1 of our second best of 3 of the evening. Welcome everyone from Tetcher's stream. Thank you so much for supporting my friend. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome. I have to make sure that my chat can actually, okay, there we go. We are in our game 1 right now. Good luck, Clouded Minds. Double, how you doing? Thanks for coming by, as well as Juggerab. Just all of you, thank you for being here. Once again, Tetcher, thank you so much for the raid as well. I very much appreciate it. I hope you're all excited and ready for more Heroes of the Storm action, because we're going to be casting this best of 3 for all of you. Brightwing will be banned out here. We do have an Arthas Jaina and a Raynor being picked up on the side of Clouded Minds. The Baddest Dudes will be going for a Kira and a Joanna. We have one more ban phase coming out as well from the members of Clouded Minds. They do need a support, and maybe choking that out. Maybe something like the Tyrande might be an option for them. Rhaegar, if they want to have that ancestral healing for the Kira. I would say your best chance, or your best bet, is to probably ban out a healer at this point, because, well, they're going to need something to be able to keep their friendly members alive, but they're going to opt for the Orphea instead. Going to be looking to remove the damage and any sort of follow-up or setup that they're going to be having. The Dog Lady, thank you for coming by. How are you doing? Hello, Baha Moody's. All right, we get into the latter half of our draft right now, as this is going to be the 3-4 pickup for the members of the Baddest Dudes, and it will be that Rhaegar, as I mentioned before. That Ancestor Healing is really, really powerful for some of those situations. And then we have a Junkrat for a little bit of poke, for also a little bit of, not misplacing, but a little bit of disruption right there as well. I love it. I love it so much. This is so... I like this draft because it brings so much to the table, and there's so much poke, there's so much value that they can get right here. Best caster on Twitch? Stop it, Mikey. Stop it. Dreadnought's casting the Apex Legends, and he is just... He's at a tier that I don't think I'll ever be able to hit, or at least I can strive for it. Mal'Ganis and Anduin are going to be picked up here. I feel like Division D is the only division I actually see Mal'Ganis ever being played, but I'm not going to argue against it. This last pick, though, they do need something in the solo... Well, not really, because Zego could be... Or Kira could be running that solo lane. I feel like they need a bit of more of a front line. But they're going to go for the Tychus. Okay. So it's definitely a Kira in the solo lane. I do like the Tychus because you are going to be able to shred into the Mal'Ganis and Arthas pretty effectively. Commandeer Odin's a great sieging and anti-siege tool. You can also use the Draken Laser Drill for a little bit of sustained damage around points if you really wanted to. Is this played on the most recent patch? Yes. Butski or Butts KY. I'm not sure which you want, but Butts. We'll go with Butts because that's just what the stream is. This is live. We are currently. This is happening. It is on the current patch. All that stuff. Whew. You're amazing and you know it. Thank you. Thank you, Mikey. But thank you once again to Tetra for the raid. Welcome over, everyone. If you don't know who I am or if this is the first time you've ever been over to the stream, do you like pickles? They're all right. Pickles are okay. If this is the first time you've ever been over the stream, my name is Baham, and I do a lot of casting for Heroes of the Storm. I do a little bit for Underlords as well. On Fridays, I cast over on the Underlords Pro channel. That will be tomorrow at 4 o'clock PDT. I'll be casting over there with Bebe once again, and I think we might have Zex, or we might have another guy. I'm not sure. We were going to have Swim, but then I think they had some, they were like, I can't, there's something that came up, so unfortunately, I have to drop out. Granted, they gave us a lot of heads up, so that's nice on them, but we got a game. Let's go ahead and jump on into this. Either is fine, Butts too. On the left-hand side, we got the members of the Baddest Dudes. We're going to be having Savior on the Junkrat. Cactus Ham was going to be on that Tychus. 2D Moss will be on the Bee-Stepping Rhaegar. Zego will be on the Bee-Stepping Kira. And Roundtaker is going to be on the Joanna. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Clouded Minds. Swing is going to be on the Jaina. Star Knight will be on that Anduin. Tiger will be on the Mal'Ganis. Zednam is going to be on the Arthas. And Venus gonna be playing that Raynor. I want to say Rhaegar again. My brain just potatoed all of a sudden. Thank you, Kaleo. That is the best command in chat. The second best command is Spooky Worm. Because it's just a bunch of tildes. Let's actually get into this draft this game right now, and also check out what we're gonna be seeing. That's pretty much the same. I always see this, and I'm just like, wait a minute, no, it's not purple. Purple is the 16 talent tier for the cooldown reduction hitting heroes. But we'll keep an eye on Kira as best as we can as we do rotate through our lanes a little bit. Let's also set up our vision controller as well, so we get an idea of what that looks like vision-wise when these teams are gonna be rotating around. Venus is gonna get dove on a little bit by Tootie, who also gets that slowing totem as well. They're gonna reposition it further forward. Venus is taking a lot of damage, but they're not going to be able to get the kill. Cactus Ham really starting to shred into them as they were stepping further forward in that lane. I do want to note that the members of Clouded Minds have really done their homework, and they're going to be starting on the siege camp right at the 1 minute mark. The reason you want to hit this camp at the 1 minute mark is because of the fact that it's a 1 minute 30 second cooldown on the camp. So if you can finish this before the 1 minute 30 in the game, you will be having this pop up right before the first objective pops up at 3 minutes. And that's just a little strategy you can take into your own game. That's the other reason we also saw the Sylvanas being banned out. Not only is she good at sieging, but the Mercenary Queen buffing this null camp by 60% is a really, really terrifying thing to be dealing with. I want to say Venus, but I'm just like, I'm a little disappointed he didn't pick up Asmodan. I'll be honest. Venus is going to be getting dove on in this bottom lane. Tootie is getting so much value from Colossal Totem. It is that is the second time they've been able to come down here, reposition it, and get the consistent chase and sustain slow, if you will, onto the Raynor and be able to force them out of lane. Arthas does have to rotate down here as they do want to pick up this experience and make sure they're not falling behind. Let's actually jump over to some of those questing talents. Kira in the top lane is going to be sitting at 14 out of the, I believe, 200 stacks for the Fatal Wounds. I feel like I have that wrong. Hey, we finally got it already. Fatal Wounds at level 1. Looks like Tychus is going to be going into the Master Assassin as well. Does he? He doesn't lose these upon death, no. Okay. I personally like In the Rhythm, but I usually end up picking Tychus because I'm in A-Rams and I can just sit there and just In the Rhythm for days. Or the comp with the best butts. Hey, that's actually... Now, they are going to be going ahead and grabbing this right as the objective pops. So this is just the point that I was trying to make before. We often don't see teams immediately go for the objective. So the prison camps are going to be opening up in 3 seconds, yes, but no one's going to... I don't think we're going to be seeing many teams often immediately jump and try and go for the channel right there. Oh God, you and your Asmodan. Well, of course, he's my boy. I mean, I have an emote for him in the chat. I'm trying to... Kaleo. Oh, you're too good. 6-6 in our levels as we continue to see this push coming in through the mid lane, and we're also going to be having the objective being forced over, at least for the time being, by the members of the Baddest Dudes. They're doing a great job of starting this pressure, and that's also going to be the shield glare as well onto Venus. Now, something to note here, if you are a little bit newer to Heroes of the Storm, or you don't understand, or you don't know the mechanic, I guess not understand, when you do have a hero channeling the objective, it is going to be stalling at the time, but when these jailers do, it does not stall at the time, but they can stop that. And so they were comfortable with the amount of time that it was going to take for them to do it. They are like, cool, we'll hit at 14 seconds roughly. We'll be able to then chase in and get another couple kills. So they're going to pick up 2 kills right there in favor for the members of Clouded Minds. And Anduin's going to be able to get that Divine Star healing out as well. Savior is not going to be able to get out in time, and Venus putting in the pepper right at the end right there. I gotta say, that's a strong play coming out from Raynor. We're going to look at the 7 talent tiers for both the teams, and then we'll cycle through some of the other numbers, get an idea of what those look like. But so far, it's looking like this first objective will be in favor for the members of Clouded Minds. Granted, the death timers are really low. Junkrat's already back up, and they were going into top lane to try and pressure that up and maybe open it up for the objective. But realistically, being down here around the objective this early is a little bit on the smarter side. The next thing to note around the objective as well is you saw that it was a 30-second counter when it does progress throughout the game. So the next one, I think it's 2 minutes and 30 seconds after this one dies, you'll get the next one. It is going to be a 40-second timer, and then it maxes out at 50. So it goes up 10 seconds each time, but it only maxes out at 50. I've always been curious to see if it was infinite, like if it always went up by 10 seconds and it never capped. You know, you'd have like 120-second points, like what those games would be like. I'm just really curious, and maybe they affect the scaling. It's always a thought that I have, because yeah, it would take forever to be able to get that channel. It's a 2-minute channel on an objective. That's ridiculous. But I'm just curious to see how it'd be really funny. There's a poll. Hello, what? Oh, okay. Kaleo made a poll. I'm just like, I looked over at chat and it had this giant thing like new poll, vote now. I'm like, wait, what did I make? I didn't do anything. Tiger gonna be able to get the Night Rush right out of there. I could not think of the name off the top of my head very quickly. But this will be mid lane being cleared out. They do have this null camp still pushing in. We do see that this top lane is going to be opened up, but I don't think they're going to get more than this front gate. And bottom lane was going to be kind of the same situation. Actually, I think they're just about the same. Kira will be getting the revolving sweep around a couple of those players, but they're able to back right out, and they are going to be sitting at 80 plus stacks on, actually 80 stacks on the Fatal Wounds at level 1, working their way through that very quickly. Butts, thank you for the follow as well, my friend. I love it when Butts follow my channel. We're approaching at 10s very quickly. As promised, I'm going to go ahead and cycle through the numbers. I feel like I actually already did this, and I just completely blinked on the fact that I pushed that button. But we'll be able to see those once again. I didn't know it would do that. That's okay, Kaleo. You are absolutely fine. If you want to make a poll in my chat, it's okay. I'm all for that. Jane is in the lead? Oh my god. We do see that Raynor is going to be going down in this bottom lane right now, and we also are going to be having 10 talent tiers picked up in just a moment for the members of the Baddest Dudes, and we'll see if they go for anything unique or special, or is this just going to be, yep, so Final Strike, we do have the Riptire, the Blessed Shield, the Commandeer Odin, and the Ancestral Healing. Pretty much the standards that you'd expect. No Draken Laser Drill, no, I actually don't know her other heroic name. I guess, is it... I mean, it's like Bladestorm, but I don't know if it's called Bladestorm. I'm the only one who voted for Kira. Aw, Looney Tune. How you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. I like when butts follow the channel as well. I think we all do. 10 talent tier for the members of Clouded Minds as well. Ring of Frost. We're going to be having the Holy Word Salvation. Hyperion from the Raynor. Mal'Ganis is holding. I don't think we get a Dark conversion here. I think this is just Carrion Swarm. Yeah. And then Arthas. Zednam. Don't do this to me. Don't do this. Like, don't sit there and pretend like you're gonna send Dragosa when you're not gonna send Dragosa. Pick army, and don't let me feel so excited about this. Alrighty, let's see here as we do have our second objective popping up. As noted, 40 seconds will be on those timers. We do see the jailers on both sides. Now, you can kill these jailers and they won't respawn, so that is kind of a setup that you can take into your own games. Like, if you know you can't get this, but you can at least whittle down those jailers on the opposing side, it's a great way to deny, or at least set yourself up, excuse me, for your next objective. or at least for the chance to channel onto it, and they're forcing them back pretty effectively here. Army of the Dead was popped by the Arthas, so no Syndra Ghost of this game. Huge Night Rush going to be coming out, as we also do have the Hyperion on top of it. Ring of Frost, it locks them in the center, and now Mal'Ganis is trying to step into this. That's going to be the Ancestral Healing onto Zego. That's also going to be the Riptar going out, but unfortunately it just immediately pops. I think they might have been a little worried about getting dove on right there, as Tiger's trying to find Roundtaker, but they're able to tap the well and able to back right out of there. Nobody going down just yet, but Zego might be that target, and they find the Kira. First blood in this engagement will be going over to the members of Clouded Minds. Can they turn onto Cactus Ham, or is it a little too prickly for them? Holy Word Salvation was used there. We do have Roundtaker back in this fight, and they do have the channel onto that objective as well in favor for the members of Clouded Minds, and they're going to effectively hold this point very, very well. Okay. Clouded Mind CC scary though? Yeah. Come on, Syndra. I know. I was hoping for it. And you got Jaina's ring. I mean, Syndra goes to Jaina's ring. Easy, GG. Army's just got so much sustained value. It's hard to kind of argue to not take it. But this is going to be Night Rush denying them the channel to stop this. And that's going to be Kira trying to spin around once again. They're getting a lot of great damage in the backline. But meanwhile, Mal'Ganis is doing the same thing. Tychus does go down. I think the Carrion Swarm wasn't attempted right there. And they've got 10 seconds left onto that. There's no way they're going to be able to live through there. But Junkrat does go down. And that also will be the objective in favor for the members of Clouded Minds as they find Zego. And the Baddest dudes, they're trying to live through this. But unfortunately, it won't be enough. They do get a few more stacks onto the Fatal Wounds. They're going to be sitting at 175. Perfectly, man, just perfectly right at 175. Unfortunately, Tychus is sitting at 0 stacks of Master Assassin. 20 stacks on the Behemoth Armor for Venus. We do have 12 out of the 20 stacks for the Frost Presence on the Arthas, 75 out of the 150, if I'm not mistaken, for the Frozen Tempest on the Arthas, and then 18 out of the 24 that Jaina for her Fingers of Frost. She should be able to finish that out within this push because she's at 19 now. The Regen Globe behind will be able to confirm it. And that's really, like, 10% increased damage, or frostbite damage from the Jaina is just a great amount of damage, or pressure and damage you can put into this game right now. It's actually, okay. All right, we are going to be having 13s here in favor for the members of Clouded Minds as they're stepping further into this bottom lane. That's going to be the sleep onto Kira, but the Hyperion should wake her up right there. She does get the spear right out of there, but the Hyperion and this objective should be able to confirm the mid lane fort, and they grab that. I think bottom lane just went down as well. Top lane still up. They could just rotate up here and potentially go for that. Let's actually jump over to the vision for the members of the red team and get an idea of how they're playing this. Weenie's taking a lot of damage, and they're trying to make their way out of this. They have no mana, so no knockback or anything. That's going to be the Night Rush coming out from Tiger, but they also managed to get a huge Ring of Frost into so many members. That was the Blessed Shield being thrown out as well. They do not... Oh, they get the Tychus as well. Can they get 2D the Carrion Swarms enough? And they find 3 for none. This is an easy boss call in top lane. This has to be an easy boss call. I mean, yeah, you can go for Fort, absolutely, or you can go for Zego and try and set yourself up for another kill. They're caught between this Raynor and this, but that's... The Sweeping Strike to be able to kind of get themselves on a better side of this is going to be great. And here's the thing, Clouded Minds not making that decision to either boss or, like, they could have actually, I think they could have fort and bossed, potentially. All right, let's get the vision going over in favor for the members of the blue team and just see what they're seeing. So they saw Venus rotating back. They could... Oh, they saw the mountain. They see swing as well. Here's the other thing to note, too. If you ever see teams or players going for these sidewalls, this is the reason. It does provide vision. It's there's no experience for your friendly team, but what it does do is it provides vision for them and or for the enemy team. And so removing that, you wouldn't have seen them. So they know this boss is happening, and they're just not going to go in for it. They're going to grab their null camp, and they're going to set themselves up and get these lanes ready for the third objective of the game that will be popping up in this top lane. Tiger going to be sitting in the bush, anchoring for the friendly team, making sure no one can step up. Venus does finally back out and able to fill that mana bar back up. They're going to be going for the boss in this bottom lane, and I'm not sure how I feel about this. I also want to see... Yeah, they showed vision. So if they're watching minimap on the side of Clouded Minds, they should know that the enemy team's on this boss and they're working their way through it. But they can also see that there's 3 in this mid lane. I think this might be an easy boss for them. Yeah. Anduin's Divine Star goes out, but they're not going to be able to get down here in time. Zednam will be just a touch late. Yeah, the whole team, unfortunately, will not be able to make it down just in time. Boss in top lane will be dealt with, in a sense, by Tychus, as it's going to be slowly wailing on this front gate. Objective will be up in the next couple seconds, and the timing for this boss couldn't have been better for the members of the Baddest dudes. This allows them to be able to then step up onto these points, and they're going to have to... The enemy team has to deal with this boss, so... Once again, like, we're highlighting vision right now, but that's because this late game and position is a real key factor for a lot of these players. Also, it's 14 to 16 in levels, so they don't want to be trying to fight into the enemy team And so while they can see that they're on boss and bottom, this is vision for the blue team, as you can see them kind of disappearing right now. They know they're rotating up. They know that they don't have 16s, and they also know that there's a top lane camp pushing in. This Reaver minion with all these archers, or I guess these spear boys. What's the actual name for it? Don't kill it just yet. Ranged minion, I guess. All right. I wasn't sure if they had like a, because like there's the Reaver minions instead of catapults. I wasn't sure if they got a unique name for the map, but unfortunately not. Nice ring swing. Alright, let's jump to someone who doesn't have a questing talent and see how they're going to be able to deal with this, because the members of Clouded Minds, they have their 16s as noted before, and they're just going to back off till they get it themselves. Kira actually going to be trying to initiate into this. They actually throw out another one of those stabs. I don't know what you do here. You have to go for your 16 talent tier, and you're also going to be showing in lane too. They know that Tychus is here. They know that Rhaegar's in top, and they could just easily pick this up. I don't think they're going to be able to pick up. No, they'll be able to grab 16s. Will they be able to deny this? 20-some seconds. It's actually pretty even. Oh, this is a close one. Let's actually pull away talents really quickly. I know we just got the 16s on the side of the Baddest dudes, but let's see the whole fight break out in front of us. This will be a lot of damage coming out onto the members of Clouded Minds. That's also going to be the, I think I saw a Riptire. Yeah, there it is, and that's going to also be the Holy Word Salvation ending a little early, and they get the Jaina, they get the Anduin. Can they find a Venus as well? Zego is going to be getting that heal up, and they also managed to get the counter at 6.2 seconds. They also pick off the Rhaegar, excuse me, the Arthas. Just that Rhaegar biting some butts. Tootie biting butts. I think Spear Chunker wouldn't have, what? Spear Chucker wouldn't have been, apparently Spear Chucker is not a permitted word from, what? Also, Game Grinder, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. Blue team actually got the better boss despite losing the team fight before. I agree. I absolutely agree with that, because the timing worked out so well for them, and it gave them the advantage on this point. That's exactly what I was trying to highlight, but I don't think I did a very good job of it, as we do have a lot of pressure coming in through these waves, or these lanes, but it's 15 minutes into the game. Chat, we're 15 minutes in, and this is a very scaled out objective. First one for the members of the Baddest dudes. Are they going to be able to bring the pressure and turn this game around, or will they make quick work of this on the side of Clouded Minds and continue their dominance in this game? See my point proven. Like, oh, it is? Is it really? I have to go back and edit my terms in my stream. I didn't know that. Is it really? I thought it was just someone who threw a spear. I've actually never heard that before. Anyways, we don't need to cover that in this chat. We'll move on and we'll deal with that after stream. Anyways, it's 17 to 17 in levels, 7 to 10 in kills. We have the majority of the heroics are off cool. Actually, everything is off cooldown, as we do have this top lane pressure coming in. The first time in what feels like a very long time that the Baddest dudes have been on the even talent tier as the enemy team. Let's see what they're able to do with this in top lane. Bottom lane is going to be far back, and mid lane's already been cleared out. Well, my apologies. I didn't realize that. 18. Oh man. They get a little bit of value with this first objective. Or it can be taken that way. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Alrighty. Objective gonna be cleared out. Are they gonna try and take a fight on the side of the Baddest dudes? They're going in right now. That's going to be the fight started. Hyperion comes out as well. If they disengage from this, that's huge, because that's all they just got a free Hyperion out of the enemy team. Yeah. Venus popping that Hyperion a little bit early, and they bait that out from them. It's a 100-second cooldown if I'm not mistaken. I'm sorry, I haven't been showing talents for a little bit. Let's actually at least see those 16 talent tiers that I failed to do so earlier. Ah. Oh, thanks, Butsky. Vote for butts. We're just doing more butt votes. Yeah, I think that's what I'd rather have in the stream. Let's not talk about slurs. Let's talk about butts. That's what the stream's all about. Alrighty, Bush Party coming in. Oops, there we go. Bush Party coming in. They're all right there. Arthas steps forward. They don't do anything though. Oh, they were actually starting to back up themselves. They might have shown or something, but they end up walking right out of there. Let's cycle through the numbers once again, get an idea of what those look like, because we got to check out our 16 talents for a little bit right there. Yeah. Oh well. Well, we'll just push on past that and continue to cast some wonderful, wonderful Heroes of the Storm. We do have the prison camps opening up here. It'll be the fourth one of... Today I learned. Let's learn more Heroes of the Storm instead. We do have the 4th objective on the map popping up in just a second, and we are going to be having our 20 talent tiers popping up for both these teams as well. I don't think they're going to engage in the slow mud pits. Yeah. You never. I mean, here's the thing. Like, so we're casting Division D, and it's the lowest division in the Nexus Gaming series, and so nothing against the teams. Like, I'm not trying to like put them down in any way, shape, or form. I have so much respect for any team that competes because me personally, I used to play in a league that doesn't exist anymore, and I would get so nervous that I would have like acid, like because I have acid reflux in the back of my throat because I was just so nervous the entire time from just competing and stuff like that. Me, I like to be I like to be the eye in the sky. I can see everything, so I have so much respect for that. And then just they are mostly, I think, bronze to gold players is what we're looking at. So some of the situations, some of the fights I just take with a grain of salt. I'm just like, we're going in, are we? Like, it's just there's a lot of those moments, but they are respecting it right now, and this is going to be 20 to 20 in just a second. Objective is going to be channeled so far in favor for the members of the Baddest Dudes. Oh, what do we get here for our 20s as well? Upgrade on Riptire. So we have CDR when you hit heroes with that Riptire. We have the Prayer. I can't remember the full name for it. Army of the Dead is going to be popped by the Arthas, who actually did pick up the upgrade as well. The Ancestral Healing is not going to be able to connect into time right there, and they find themselves a Kira. Look at the camp, the prison camp guards are going to be able to get that channel right there as Rhaegar goes down as well. The Ancestral Healing was on a 10-second cooldown since they didn't get in on Kira, and now they're going to be able to step further forward. Clouded Minds in this game number 1 is looking so strong. Yo, same dude. For me, I just wouldn't eat all day before a game. I like what ranks? Gold, silver, or silver bronze or higher? Yeah, I think it's bronze to gold. Because 2D sent me a message earlier with some random facts just for funsies, and it said most of, if not all, of Baddest Dudes have been bronze not longer than a year ago. So I don't know what that exactly means, but there you go. Just to kind of put it in perspective, not a year ago, the majority of these players were in bronze. But the other thing too to note is the best part about actually having a team and playing with a group of people. One, you get to obviously make new friends, and that's very, very fun because internet friends are the best. But you get to learn the game in a better fashion because everyone on the team brings something new. For example, someone might be very analytical and is able to be like, all right, I know camp timing, so I'm going to be that guy on our team who says, this camp's up here. I'm going to watch camps. And then someone else is like, you know what, I'm really, really good at counting heroic cooldowns. I know all those off the top of my head. I'll keep an eye on those. And so you start to build these synergies, you start to understand the game further. So if anyone ever wants to understand the game more, like, yeah, playing it's a very good way to do that. But also I think joining a team and finding that synergy and learning a lot together is a great way to do that. And all these leagues is a great opportunity. But we have a Riptire coming out. Gonna explode on the majority of the team right there. They have like full cooldown. Second Riptire can come out if they really want to throw it out there. And actually, there's the second Riptire coming out. They're gonna be chasing Zednam. They're looking for Venus. Venus rounds the corner and says hello to the Tire as Tiger is going to be going down in this bottom lane. They pushed in a little too aggressive before the objective or even the boss was here in time. Now, the boss is sitting pretty low, so I don't think they're going to be able to win the game in that right with it. But the objective could empower it a little bit if they did leave it on its own, as you can see it getting chunked right there. The nice thing on Alterac Pass is, if as I said, like if you're a little bit newer, if you stumbled in the stream, if you've been watching from Tetchers and you just haven't seen this map or whatever, the objective on this, or the core on this map, unique to the map itself, is obviously a giant dude, but it's also going to be able to regenerate its health over time when it's not attacking or being attacked. The other thing to note is you can see that there's these little keeps or these little castles right around it. That is signifying that one of the keeps is gone, so its armor is going to be a lot weaker. You can actually see it as 40 armor right now for spell and physical, whereas over on the opposing side it's 60 and 60. So you're going to be losing 20 armor every time you lose a fort, or excuse me, every time you lose a keep. And so it just makes your core a lot weaker, so it's easier to then push in and end the game. I'm sorry, I'm missing so much of chat. I really do apologize. Quick match and competitive play in this game are like apples and oranges. I very much agree. I very much agree. My dad used to use that analogy with me when he was teaching me math, and I hated it, but it is so perfect. It makes so, because I used to yell at him, I'm like, Dad, why are you comparing apples and oranges? Like, they're two different fruits. Like, I just didn't get it. I didn't get it when I was a kid. It whooshed over my head. Unranked seemed to be the default. Unranked should be the default unranked game mode. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, forcing a draft situation. I agree. I haven't played a ton of other MOBAs. I've watched a lot, and I think all of those have like a draft mode, regardless of what mode you go into. Like whether it be like, I think it's for example, Dota 2 I think has like an all pick, but even then, all pick is still a draft mode. I think the only time you can actually take a hero and just go, take a hero and go straight into a match is like bots when you're trying to learn. I think those are the only things where you're able to say like, I want this hero because I want to try it and I want to learn it, and bots, you know, they'll pick up whatever I think is meta and synergistic based on all of the raw data they have in that game. We've gone on a tangent here, but this game has been going on for 23 minutes. These two teams are going back and forth right now. It's 11-12 in kills. Let's actually cycle once again through the numbers because we progressed quite far into this, and we are into, I think, our 6th objective of the game. I might be wrong on this. 5th or 6th. Call it Butts League. I don't care. Quick match should be ARAM. Yo, Dark Knight, I don't disagree with, there we go. I was gonna say I don't agree. Like, no, I agree with that 100%. Like, I think ARAM is a really good way to just to say, like, this is our quick match. I think that's a great idea, Dark Knight. Because, to be honest, whenever I want to just play a random hero, I just go into Brawl, which is, at this point, ARAM. So, I'd be happy about that, or at least giving it a shot. Fatal Strike does come out from the Kira a little bit early right there. They're going to get the sleep onto a couple of these players with that Night Rush. Tiger taking so much damage. They're going to pop into the Carrion Swarm, get a lot of damage right there. That's also going to be the Riptide coming out, but the Ring of Frost will interrupt it. Holy Word Salvation will be coming out from the Anduin as well. They managed to pick up the Kira. They do have the charge going out in their favor on the side of the Clouded Mines, and Roundtaker is going to be taking so much damage. They do pop the Indestructible. It does go down. They get some healing out from the Rayguard just in time. The no Ancestral healing for a couple of seconds more. Well, actually more like 87 seconds, but they have this objective. It is being channeled. They stop the Jailers from getting the counter channel, and this will be the next objective going over in the favor of Clouded Mines. Can they end with this? That is the question that I have, is like, are you going to be able to end with this objective? They're looking to posture into top. Malgana's still over here making sure the Jailers don't get the counter on the channel right there, and that will be it. This could be the last push. Alrighty. Whew. Just for a little quick update on some of these stacks, 36 on the Behemoth armor. All of the quests and talents for Arthas are done. All of the quests and talents for Jaina are done. Same thing with Kira. Junkrat is sitting at 118 out of 200 for the Taster Explosions. 8 out of the 12 for the Master Assassin on the Tychus. And that is it for those. Let's actually go ahead. We're going to pull away the talents really quickly and just check out our next and potentially final objective coming in through this mid lane. 26 minutes into the game. Can they end it right here? My guess is they'll end top. Well, Riptire comes out. They blow it up before it gets any value, so no CDR on that. Full going to be coming out from the Junkrat there, but that is going to be mid lane going down. They do have a decent amount of pressure already here, so it looks like they're going to be going for the second objective to remove more shielding from the core, and looks like the top lane did go down as well. They do have an objective coming in through right there. Fatal Strike comes out, or Final Strike comes out from the Kira. Hyperion coming in from Venus as well. They do have a Ring of Frost connecting onto quite a few. That's going to be the Holy Word Salvation. Kira is going to be taking so much damage, she ends up going down, and so does the Nexus, or the core. That is going to be game number 1 over to the members of Clouded Mines. GG. Well played. Whew. Alterac Pass is an odd map to end in. The armor on the core makes it a bit more tricky. I agree. I absolutely agree. Whoopsie. I can leave these whispers really quickly. Let me get a message to to 2D. Map pick or first pick? Nope, that doesn't work here. GG's indeed, double. Sorry, I was looking over at Bandit and he is just pooped today, apparently. You are out cold this afternoon, my friend. Look at him. He is so tired. Did they have a bot Tychus? What do you mean? I honestly think they should remove the term quick match from the game modes. I could agree with that a little bit. I thought it said Tychus on his name. I didn't see it. Cactus Ham. That was it on the final screen, like the winning screen, where they're all like cheering and stuff? Because that might be, maybe there's like something right there where it changes the name back or something. I'm not sure. Interesting Rhaegar talent pick since the rework. I did not look at them. My apologies. We're just waiting to find out what they want to do for map pick or first pick, and then we'll get going into game number 2 in just a second. Let me actually update our scores so y'all know that. Our unranked and ranked in Brawl or whatever it is. Yeah, Storm League and such. All right, that's a win for them. We updated everything on our end, and we're just going to go ahead and wait for them to get into, or wait for them to tell us what map they want to go to, or if they want first pick. But during this time, thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you for being here once again. Thank you, Tetra, for the raid of 105 people. Welcome. Welcome, everyone, from Tetra's stream. If you are, as I said, new to the stream, thank you. Thank you for staying here. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you're enjoying yourselves. We are going to be, sorry, I'm trying to just say words, but it's just, I'm going to repeat myself again. If you enjoy the content you see, please go ahead and hit that follow button if you haven't already. I do a lot of casting for Heroes of the Storm, typically Monday through Thursday. I am going to also be casting the TESPA Collegiate Series starting not this weekend, but the following weekend. So I believe my first cast is on the 8th. Okay. Invite to game. No! Remove from party. Invite to game. There we go. I think W build is good for tier 1, 2. Okay. At 1 and 4. Yeah, I think that's working. Your dog plays HOTS? Yeah, he actually mains Rexar, Rhaegar, and Greymane. That's all he mains. That's it. Bandit is went totem at 1? Yeah, he did. Gotta say, your cam overlay green screen setup looks really clean. Thank you. I appreciate that. I put a lot of work into my production. I really try and give you all the best games that I possibly could. Like, that's all I want to do. I just got my pizza delivered, and I feel like I am watching Bahamut. I never feel like I'm watching Bahamut unless I have food. What's on that pizza? Let me live vicariously through you. You are? You're casting Tespa? Yeah, I'm casting Tespa again. I was told a couple days ago I was allowed to say something. So I did. Sorry, I'm just trying to get the last player in here. Please, let me right-click on Weenus. So that's sentence. Oh, thank you so much, Mikey. I loved your casting in Tespa. I'm so glad you did. I'm super, super excited about it. Like, I was blown away when they asked me to come back and do the fall series. I was so ecstatic about it. Like, I told my parents, and like, they kind of understand, and they know that, and like, I've told them about it, and like, they were pumped for me as well. They were just like, no, it's awesome. Like, we have no idea like what happens or anything like that, but it's just super cool. Just chicken and jalapenos. That's still good. That's still so good, Miss Windup Bird. I had a chicken sandwich for dinner. It was a frozen chicken sandwich. Wasn't that good? We just need to get our last player in here, and then we're gonna get going into our game number 2 here in just a second. Let me just go ahead and also update this. That was picked by them for this game. Whew. So yeah, I do a lot of casting for Heroes of the Storm, so if you enjoy Heroes of the Storm content, I highly encourage you to follow. If you have already, thanks for being here. Sorry. Chugging too much tea. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I really do appreciate all the support this evening. We are trying to push our way into that partner role. We have applied. I applied on the 27th. So I'm just waiting. I'm hoping for that email that says, hey, you're a partner now and you have awesome transcoding and anyone can watch your stream at any time because you don't always have transcoding as affiliate. I need to give this person hat and then teams are. Do you guys want to see the big intro that we have? Because we have like a big old fancy intro that we can do. Yep, and then there it is, Kaleo. Wonderful. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for clipping that. I'm so excited about this game. I'm really, really happy for these. Like, it's week number 8, so we're kind of at the culmination of the Nexus Gaming Series Season 7 season. And so we're figuring out last little bits and spots. Okay, no worries. There's no match after this one, so I don't mind if you go to the bathroom. So I want to quickly read you off some stats really quickly that 2D sent me earlier about at least the baddest dudes, what their positions will be like based on the evening this evening. So the matches this evening. There we go. So if they win one map tonight, they're in 4th place and will play Lucioology in the playoffs first. If they win 2 maps, and lose 1, which is not possible, it's the same as above. If they on the side of the baddest dudes 2-0, which that's not possible, they'll get 3rd place and play BB and B, which I don't know off the top of my head. So, and if they get dominated, they stay 6th, and most likely, unless Randy Newman dominates Yapav, they'll be dropped. And so the 6th or 7th basically is where they could potentially be. Okay. Wait. I didn't get a ready from Team 1. Team 1? 114 people. These are the numbers partner has. Aww. Yes. Satad, thank you so much for coming by. My sweetness, thank you for the 69 bitch. I can't talk tonight. Thank you so much for the 69 bits, my friend. All right, we do have a ready from them going. Good luck. Good luck. Have fun. Spooky worm. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to show you all the fancy intro because I'm sure all of you are itching to see that one. Also, Bandit apparently doesn't want to do any more casting this evening. No, we'll get going into this. Let's get into our game. Good evening and welcome back to the Nexus Gaming Series. I am your caster, Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we got the members of the baddest dudes, and on the right is going to be Clouded Minds up 1 game in our Best of 3 series. Piggy Lover, thank you so much for the follow as well. I very much appreciate that. Looney Tune, yeah. I'm a little bit of a misspeak right there, but you know, if you're able to actually talk and you have a delicious chicken and jalapeno pizza and you're sitting at home and you're like, Bahamut, I don't care if you can't talk. I want to know how we got to this map. And I got you. The home team this evening is going to be the members of the baddest dudes. They lost the coin flip, giving priority over to the side of Clouded Minds. They opted for first pick priority in game number 1. They banned out Cursed Hollow as well as Volskaya Foundry. We have the baddest dudes banning out Battlefield of Eternity and Braxis Holdout. Game number 1, chosen by the baddest dudes, was Alterac Pass and lost by them. They opted for map priority in game number 2, and they have chosen to take us to Infernal Shrines. I hope that I did not screw up the map bans, because I think I was like, wait, did I give the right team the map first pick priority? And I did. Whew. I had a little bit of a panic there, right? And I was like, do we have to restart lobby? No, we're good. Okay, Arthas first pick. We do have also a Stukov and a Kael'thas being banned on the left-hand side, Sylvanas and a Nubrak on the right. Let's actually talk about these bans a little bit as we do get into our first couple picks. Stukov is really strong here because of these shrines where they're, you know, you have these, as I called them in the last series, they are little battle arenas, if you will, inside the game where you have all these tight corridors where you can enter in and out, and having that Stukov with the Lurking Arm, whether you go for the Growing Infestation or not, he's really, really strong in controlling these zones. Kael'thas also picks up and manages to deal a lot of damage in these shrines, and also is able to clear out a lot of the skeletal defenders. Sylvanas has push power regardless of what map she's on. If she's able to get behind that Punisher and lock down the tower, there's going to be an easy way to push further in with that. A Nubrak is just a dive-heavy tank, and he also has a lot of good self-sustain, as well as an engage and disengage with the Burrow Charge. We do see that the members on the left-hand side for the baddest dudes are going for the Jaina Raynor combo at level 1. Kerrigan's going to be removed here because they don't want to deal with it. This is the one map where we actually could be seeing Kerrigan, as she does have a lot of great value with that Ravage, being able to dive from minion to minion and clearing out the shrines extremely quickly. Also, her aggression works really well on this map. Arthas, Gul'dan, Rhaegar, so that's a pretty good composition so far. They've got healers, they've got their healer, they've got their wave clear as well as their shrine clear, and their main tank potentially. They could offer the Arthas in the solo lane, but now they're going to be, I would say, maybe ban out a main tank, or maybe something in the solo lane you want to deal with. I would personally lean into main tank territory, and that's going to be the Joanna. Reason being for Joanna, she has great grouping of minions with the Condemn, and that's also a great way for Jaina to clear out the waves quicker, as well as clear out these shrines faster. Awesome intro. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Really well edited and impressive. Yes, that was Covey made that and gave it to all the casters, so I am just blessed to have such wonderful, wonderful people in the community who are just like, I'm gonna make this and give it to you for free. It's like, oh, okay, thank you. Like, thank you. Like, we have a fancy introduction now. It's awesome. I hope they do this every single season. Ana and ETC will be picked up on the left-hand side. That's a great synergy. Ana and the Jaina with the Nano Boost, ETC with the Mosh Pit, and you have a Ring of Frost or even a Water Elemental just bursting you out. It's going to be a rough time. Solo lane and a little extra damage are going to be needed on the side of Clouded Minds. Imperious, do we get the Asmodan? I don't think we get the double mage. Well, we kind of get a double mage here. Okay. Orphea is going to be picked up on the right-hand side, and she has a lot of value here. In these tight corridors, she gets insane value with her abilities, so she's able to maneuver very quickly with the Shadow Bolts, as well as the Dread is a great way to get some big AoE damage in that Chomp to kind of finish out some of the heroes here and there. Last pick coming out, they do need a solo lane into the Imperious. Now, they could go into a ranged hero. That's a little annoying to deal with, but they're going to go into the Blaze. Okay. Maybe melee ranged in a sense. I need to learn how to make that intro someday. I think that's all After Effects. I've been trying to teach myself After Effects forever, but the big issue is that I don't sit and just teach myself After Effects. Like, I have it, I can do it, I want to, I just never, I'm dumb. I just never do it. Or something high octane like that. Yeah. And there's a lot of like pre-made stuff that you can kind of utilize and just like pop in like, all right, cool. Like, I want these kind of panels, and then it says, and it will just have you pop in video in the background, and it kind of just syncs it all up together for you, so you don't have to create everything in a custom sense. A lot of it is standard stuff within the application that are applied to videos, you know, like the screen shifting around. I think that is just, it's like textures and styles that they were able to manipulate and force around. I know Weenus actually made me a really beautiful one for the Sea of Thieves that I do here and there with Cat Peach, and he gave it to her as well. So either way, my ramble's over. Thank you all so much for hanging out. Thank you for the lurks. Thank you for supporting the channel, and thanks for helping us push towards partner. I love you all so much. Let's get into game. On the left-hand side, we got the members of the Baddest Dudes, down 1 in our best of 3 series, trying to take us to game 3. Savior will be on the Jaina. We're going to be having Roundtaker on the ETC. Zego will be on the Blaze. We have Cactus Ham on the Rainer, and 2D Moss going to be playing the Ana. On the right-hand side, we got the members of Clouded Minds. Tiger's going to be on that Imperious. Zednam is going to be on the Arthas once again. Weenus on the Gul'dan. Swing is going to be on the Orphean. and Star Knight on the Rhaegar. Let's go ahead and get on into this, as we do have quite a few questing talents at level 1. No Fingers of Frost for the Jaina, surprising with that. Lingering Chill, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be picked up for her, so I think they're just trying to pair that in with the Rainer, so there's more time for the slow to be applied, so you can use that Ace and Hole longer, but you can't be applying slow if you're dead, Jaina, and that will be first blood over to the members of Clouded Minds. And now we see the rotation starting to break out in between these lanes as well. They're going to be trying to pick up as much experience by... Sorry, I'm just trying to click on a hero so we can get vision set up. There we go. Let's get on Orphea, because I don't think... who doesn't have... There we go. I just want to see someone who doesn't have any sort of like questing talent or anything pressing on the bottom left-hand side of our screen. We do see the Colossal Totem once again for the Rhaegar. This was the same pickup for 2D as well in game number 1, and looks like the side of Clouded Minds value it just as much. I just have the 1 subscription to Premiere, so I would have to pay more to get all this. Oh, yeah. See, I looked at it at one point because I was like, oh, man, like I really want Photoshop as well, but it's like, pay $50 for 2 applications, or pay $54 for every application in the entire Adobe library. It's like, well, okay, take my $4 extra. Jaina got yeeted? Yeah. Just out of here, girl. Alrighty, we do have camp rotations and some lane pressure popping out for these teams, but so far, it's pretty passive. Outside of the Jaina kill, it's a pretty passive game right now. We are just going to be seeing... Oh, look at Cactus. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Cactus did have vision on that and saw that the entire time, but the enemy team obviously did not see them as they were in the bush right there. We do see the mid lane camp going to be pressing in. We have a minute 50 into the game, so we should be seeing teams rotate over for their bruiser camps fairly soon. First Punisher will be in this bottom lane. It's going to be a frozen Punisher, and they're going to be able to then... That's actually a huge first Punisher, because there's a lot of siege value that can come out from those, and they can just bring so much value to the table. There's a Jaina there. Oh, yikes. Sorry, I had to chug water really quickly. Because I can feel my voice going all of a sudden. I don't know, it's... Maybe I should do less days? I don't know. Plus Canadian dollars? Oh, right, it is Canadian dollars for you. Okay, sorry, I had to beat myself really quickly. Alrighty, we're good. We do get our first shrine activating. No team going to be going for either of these objectives just yet. Actually, no, we are going to be seeing Clouded Minds go for it now. A little bit on the later side for that. We do have the Echo Corruption as well for the Gul'dan, so going to be going for that return damage. We did see Pursuit of Flame earlier from the first matchup between Team Happy Cloud versus Gilly Shark. If you missed that Best of 3 series, I highly recommend going back and checking it out. A very, very good Best of 3. Very enjoyable. Love Noodles. Thanks for coming by, friend. I hope you're having a wonderful night. Let's actually... We're going to hold on the numbers for a little bit here. Let's actually see how this works out. Let's pull away the talents, and Round Taker going to be able to get the power slide right out of there. Safe for now. Zego is trying to make their way out, but they're going to be able to... The Zednam is just constantly just hitting them with Frostmourne. They're able to back out. This is going to be most of the Skeletal Defenders so far in favor for the members of the Baddest Dudes, but this is going to be the Imperius getting pinballed around right now. And they also managed to get a stun into a couple players right there, and they're just continuing to throw out this damage from Venus, but it's not going to be enough. They are actually able to pick up a few more Skeletal Defenders as they are retreating out of this. The Dread is going to be coming out from that Orphea, trying to poke in here and there. They don't have their 7 talent tier yet, so they're not going to be questing on anything, whether it be the Dread or the... Oh, that Celestial Charge. If Cactus Ham got caught by that, that might have been game over for the Rainer right there, but Savior and friends back out. Zego is just looking to get those last few 6 stolen away. They get one right there. 35 to 35, 36 is going up really quickly. They're starting to get some kills onto Zego, or some damage onto Zego. They get the kill into Blaze. They find an ETC right afterwards. Diving into this didn't work out for them on the side of the Baddest Dudes, and now Clouded Minds are able to pick up and clean up with this. First Punisher, Frozen Punisher, and there's no ETC, there's no Blaze to kind of take this initial damage. Rainer will anchor that little bit right there, but they're going to start burning right through this. The other thing to note too is this is a Frozen Punisher. It locks down structures with that AoE splash on the freeze I think it's not every, but it's for 2 seconds. So it doesn't connect onto the fort here, which is a little bit of a rough spot, but they open up the front gate, and they might be able to confirm this fort. The death timers, as I said, were very, very short, and this Punisher is actually being pulled into this bottom lane. Round Taker is going to take a lot of damage, and the rest of the team should be able to confirm it. That's a lot of value for the members of Clouded Minds this early into the game. A fort sub 5 minutes in this game is insane. So you're now going to have passive experience gain from this, and you're also going to have periodic catapult pressure, meaning every 3rd wave you'll have a catapult pushing in through that lane. That is, I think, that's everything you could want on Infernal Shrines from a first push. I mean, realistically, maybe you get to keep front gate, but that's asking a ton. It's not out of the question. Definitely have seen it before. Yo, Venus, also the Baddest Dudes. Yo, Kaimo Tripson, how's it going, bud? Great games earlier. Really, really great to see you performing and playing. I can't believe that the team that didn't make playoffs did take the game off of you. I hate to I don't want to sound like a jerk, say, oh wow, the damage coming out onto Rainer right there, and they managed to find a pick, and they end up stealing away the camp as well. Life Drain coming out. Arthas stepping further forward, and they don't have a fort down here. They can continue to push, and this is what I was talking about with the catapult as well. Going to be coming into this lane. Granted, it is only doing 115 damage, but still, Siege is in really, really strong right there. My whole point is it's crazy to me that the one team that won't be in the playoffs was the only team to take a game or a series off of you this entire season, because that was your last official, that was your last regulation game. There we go. I couldn't think of it. And I was like, regular season game? No. Season game? No. Regulation game. Because now you're in playoffs. You're officially confirmed, I think, in first seed? I don't know 100% on that. You might be able to confirm it. Either way, let's continue to see what this map is going to be bringing us. We do have, okay. Sorry, I just looked up at the 10 talents and, Wrath of Angiras? Are we doing this right now? I don't think I've ever seen a Wrath of Angiras. Not ever, but maybe this is the 3rd one or something? I don't know, but I'm super excited about this now. And the aggression, I really, really like this right now. They know that the enemy team can't step up onto them because they have their 10 talent tier, and they're just walking around the map taking whatever they want. They could be looking for more fights, but that's not the case. Taking out the lane sustain right here is a really strong move as well. And so let's talk about this really quickly. I know I hit on this every stream, and if you're sick of me hearing it or sick of me saying it, I apologize, but it's going to be said. Lane sustain, one of the most important things in this game. So we're looking at top lane right now. This is the next objective. It's going to be a Mortar Punisher as well. If this engagement is dragged out and, you know, people get low on mana, get low on health, the only way that they're going to be able to boost that health up is going to be through Ana, or, oh, this potential pick onto Tiger could be huge for them. They actually, I think Swing is going to be leaving them for dead. Can they make it out? If you would have had Angelic Armaments, you might have won. You might have walked out of that alive. Wait, hold on. Oh, it might have been on a 10-second cooldown, because I was like, wait, why didn't they just use Wrath of Angiris to make some space and get out of? Okay, no, it must have been stunned out by like the Rainer or the ETC or something. The Wrath of Angries. Let's see. Ooh, we actually have we don't have Nano Boost from the Ana. We're going to be having Eye of Horus, Combustion from the Blaze, Hyperion from that Rainer. We have the Ring of Frost from the Jaina, and ETC going for the Mosh. It looks like they're saying they're okay with. They're just gonna forfeit this? Huh. So essentially what they're doing here, because Imperius got picked off, they don't want to go into this point and they don't want to fight here. What they're doing is they're banking on the statistical value of this map. Because what happened here is bottom lane was the first objective, top lane is the next objective. There's a minuscule percentage that you will be getting top lane 2 times in a row. Like, it's minuscule that you'll be getting the same lane, same Punisher in a row, but you can potentially get same lane, different Punisher. That's pretty... Oh, wait, Gul'dan stepped forward, and they actually get the Crushing Jaws to return, and they're trying to push this pressure in. They managed to get a keep already throughout all of this. And so what now I'm saying is they also have consistent catapult pressure. They've got more passive experience gain, and the enemy team has now had to retreat, and they're not going to be pushing up with this Punisher. I gotta say, Clouded Minds with the 200 IQ plays right now. If the next Punisher is in mid lane and they're able to confirm that walks straight to core. Imperius is kind of a dick, so he's not wrong. Yeah, I got interrupted. Thank you, butt. Alrighty, Mortar Punisher will be going down. They get I think the front gate was already gone, and they get about half the health off this fort as they move their way into the siege camp in the bottom right of our screen. This is looking a little hairy for the members of the Baddest Dudes. I'm not gonna lie, like bluntly, like if I'm playing in this game, I'm a little bit worried, and I'm probably not struggling. I would be struggling myself. But now you have to sit there and constantly ask yourself, how do we bring ourselves back into this? How do we close that one level experience gap between our two teams? We can find some kills, absolutely, but they got a talent here, so we can't do that. Can we go ahead and push up these lanes a little bit further? Yes, but that's extremely risky because look at your retreat path in mid and bottom. The only way to get to somewhere safe realistically is to go all the way back to your keeps, or I guess keep in bottom lane because mid lane's already gone. But my whole point is like playing that far forward and trying to look for those 13s could be a little risky. Weenus 100%. Nice shot. Chat, I love you all so much. Radically Dreaming, how you doing, bud? Baddest Dudes is just got bodied by Clouded Minds macro decisions. Yes, yes. And look at this, look at this. This is exactly what they wanted. So they went, and I know I kind of scatterbrained on this a little bit, but so they gave over top lane because Imperius was dead. They said, let's go ahead and push in through mid. They're going to focus on the objective on the opposing side, and if they come to respond to us, cool, we'll be able to back off and maybe go for that objective in top lane. But hold on, Combustion going to be coming out right now. They're still fighting under the fort. Star Knight is going to be trying to take down the fort, so it stops doing damage. The Hyperion comes out as well. Ring of Frost connects onto Weenus. The only one, Crushing Jaws, will be connecting onto a couple. Horrify comes out, forcing them into the enemy team. Eye of Horus will be out from Ana, but it's not going to be enough. They could potentially get Tiger here because this does pierce through the heroes, and they managed to get the Ancestor healing in time, and Savior is going to be chased, and the Rhaegar butt bite confirms the kill. 3 for none right there as they push in further through top lane. Looks like they're going to be saying we want to go for this camp right now. But as I said, first Punisher was bottom lane. This is the value they got from it. Second Punisher was top lane. This is the value that the enemy team got. No, this is the value the enemy team got. I actually clicked onto the wrong side of the map. But now they're saying, all right, you know, it could be bottom again, which is great for us. But if it's in mid and we get this keep, it's going to walk straight to core, and we have consistent catapult pressure to come right behind that. We could even potentially grab the Impaler camps and have that push in with it as well. We'll see if that's a possibility. 13 to near 16 talent tiers, and we'll look at the other numbers in a second here. I want to look at the 16 talents before we get that popping up. They open up the keep front gate in this top lane, and the members of Clouded Minds are firing on all cylinders this evening. They are just on point in this game number 2 on Infernal Shrines. And just to note, this is the map choice of the Baddest Dudes. They opted for this pick as they lost game number 1. They had the choice of map pick or first pick priority, and they chose to take us to Infernal Shrines. And this is where I mean, I always do that. A 3-level lead. 2.5 if you really want to get down into it, but that's still near 10. It's 11,000 experience deficit between these two teams. That's huge. ETC bumped them out of ring, and they needed to... Oh, unfortunately. Crushing Jaws comes out. A Tiger going to be diving with the Celestial Charge. We do have the Hyperion coming out as well. Ring of Frost connects onto 2. They're getting some value, but unfortunately, Zago's so very low. They do pop the Pyromania. The Ancestral Healing goes out just in time. They lose the ETC. Zago doesn't get enough healing from Ana right there. Swing is so very low. Can they get that last little bit of damage? No, they managed to Neander out. Raynor goes down. 3 for none once again, and oh my god. Grandma, you're going for a ride. Oh my god. The GGs are literally called? There's no way. You can't call GGs right now. I mean, you can, obviously, but you're not dead long enough for them to get all this and walk to your core and end. There's still a defense here. Still a defense. But... Clouded Minds, like, they're honestly blowing me away. Like, their synergies, their communication, the calls they've made, like... They're just on point. The Hots God's on their corner, and it's just telling them, all right, go ahead and grab that camp. Go ahead and push through mid. I'll put Punisher in mid. Don't worry. I'll put Punisher in mid. It's like when your DM turns up and down the averages for 20 and nat 1s in your D&D group, because that's, everyone knows that the DM can control what the roles are. We do see this core rush coming in. Everyone's up and available. There's the potential to turn this around. That's going to be the dive onto Round Taker, who does get the mosh pit off to the side. That's going to be the Arthas getting caught, but the Crushing Jaws comes out. Ring of Frost connects onto a couple. That's also going to be Venus finishing out their first level quest, as the Punisher is going to slowly be hitting this core, just now losing the shielding onto that. The Blaze does go down. They start to work their way over to this core, and it looks like the members of Clouded Minds are going to be able to speed run Infernal Shrines. They're going to be taking the series 2-0. GG. Well played. If we were in like casting Dota or League, if someone said GG like that, that would have been it. Like, none of that would have had to happen. Like, when someone says GG in those games, and I think it's actually HOTS too, like, in the old HGC days, like, one of the rules was, like, if you say GG, then, like, that's it, game's over. Like, that's, like, the official, like, tap. But no one ever really does that, at least in Heroes. Dota, on the other hand, I saw it during the TI. Whew. Chad, I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. We're gonna get an interview in just a second, so don't go anywhere. And then we're gonna host someone, so please don't go anywhere. I want to at least give you some information about the stream and all that good stuff. Let's get a message over to Venus and find out who is doing interview. Wait, I need to click on this GIF. Yes. Tiger, please. Okay. Lobby one. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and show stats once again, and then we'll get Tiger in here in just a second, and we'll get a short little interview with said players. Or excuse me, said player. Whew. Alrighty. Hold on back. Let's update our score. I love you too, Mikey. Thank you for coming by, my friend. Where's Tiger? Where's my Tiger at? I want an interview. Alrighty. I'm hoping you get partner. Me too. Yeah, I am as well. Thank you. I appreciate that. We are going to be joined. I just gotta make sure I have audio right. We are going to be joined by Tiger at this time. How are you feeling after that 2-0 domination?
Oh man, we feel good. We feel real good. I'm super pumped. I think our team played amazing, and we really needed that win. So we're pumped.
You played absolutely out of your mind, and so let's actually talk a little bit about game number one. You know, you had
days of summer.
My apologies. You had this really, really long Alterac pass game nearing 27, 28 minutes, and there was a lot of back and forth, and there was, like 6 or 7 objectives. There was a couple wipes back and forth. What was it that kind of regrounded your team and brought it all back together to end Alterac Pass? Or was it just kind of one of those things that the ball just kept rolling and there wasn't really an end in sight for the enemy team?
Yeah, I think the ball kept on rolling. I mean, we were winning most of the objectives. We got wiped a couple times, but I think we felt pretty good, and our shot caller was really doing a great job. But when we were able to get the objective with the boss in the bottom lane, that really started kind of the ball rolling. And then the other objectives, we were kind of stalling them out a little bit because we knew they would eventually have to go back and defend their core. So we had the advantage, and we were patient and able to pull it out in the end against a really good team. So that's how we did it.
Yeah, and then game number 2, let's talk about this Infernal Shrines game. You guys are basically speed running the map. What were comms like in a game like that? Because it seemed like it was momentum that they just couldn't stop. I mean, it was at one point there was a solid 3-level lead in your favor. Was it just, you could feel like the win was coming, you just kept like, we just got to keep firing on these cylinders and just keep making these decisions?
Again, shot calling by Weenus was phenomenal. I mean, I got picked in the middle right when they hit level 10, and we had like a 1-level lead, so it was pretty close right then. And he immediately, he said, let's go middle keep while they're on the objective. We got the middle keep, and then that boosted us to a huge lead. And that was the call of the series right there.
Dude, the 200 IQ coming out from Weenus right now, like, to be able to say, like, all right, bottom lane was the first Punisher, top lane is the current Punisher, there's the highest probability will be that mid lane is our next Punisher, and we're just gonna rush through that, and like, yeah, it was the next Punisher, and then you were able to grab that and just walk it through. Like, that is just like galaxy brain coming out from Weenus in these games. Just like massive shout outs to them. They did such a great job shot calling. Now, we're into playoffs right now. Where does this put Clouded Minds?
Well, this was big. If we had gotten dominated tonight, we would have dropped to 4th place. So with this, we guarantee 2nd place.
Ooh.
And depending on what Full Metal Jacket does in their final game, if they lose 2-1, I think, or worse, then we'll retake 1st place. So that'll be big because I think we made a lot of missteps this season and we lost some games that I think we should have won for various reasons. But that's how it goes. So to put us in a position to possibly get 1st place, I'm really, happy for the team and that they stuck with it, and I think we're in a good spot going into the playoffs.
No, I'm excited to see you all, and I hope I can grab some of those playoff games, if not, majority of them, because you are a great team to watch, and it's always fun to make fun of Weenus. I mean, to cast Weenus on this channel all the time. But before I let you go and run out of here and celebrate with your team, are there any shots that you'd like to give? The floor is all yours, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, thanks to the Baddest dudes. We had a really good game tonight, but they're a very strong team, so I'm sure they will make a strong showing in the playoffs. So thanks for the games tonight, and to you for casting us, to all my teammates, thanks for kicking butt. And I love this whole NGS is great. So I know there's a lot of work that goes behind the scenes by the mods and everyone involved. So thanks for putting this together, because we're having a ton of fun and we're ready for the playoffs.
Well, I'm glad to hear it, and I'm glad that you're ready to go for these playoffs. Thank you so much for the interview. I'm super pumped about this, and these games are so much fun to watch. I can't wait to go back and watch them again myself. But that does wrap up our interview. Thank you again for the games, and I'll see you further down in the Nexus Gaming Series playoffs, I guess.